Welcome on this Friday afternoon to another Friday at 420. Every Friday at 420, we gather our local comics to have a little fun on the radio. Going to play a little game with them. On the panel, as usual, Mr. Patrick Coppolino.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Patrick. Good to have you along again. Also on the panel, as usual, we haven't been able to shake him yet, Manola Santanos.
Tikanis. Kala?
You know, that is Greek, right, for hello?
Yes.
Excellent. We should actually just quickly make mention of the fact that you guys, primarily you, Patrick, but Manolis tags along because he's got nothing else to do. Wednesday nights, Yuck Yucks in Hamilton. You
That's
guys,
true.
open mic night.
Yeah.
And it's a great night, and you load the stage with a bunch of comics trying to earn their stripes, and it happens every Wednesday night. Yuck Yucks, downtown Hamilton, right above the Anchor Bar. You guys put on a good show.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. What can people get in touch with you if they'd like to try and perform on open mic night?
Yeah, just Patrick at yuckyucks.com.
Patrick at yuckyucks.com if you'd like to give this a try.
Yeah.
And then if you get really good at it, we'll invite you to be on the show.
Yeah. Basically.
But only if you get really good or if you can give Manolis a ride. One or the other.
Yes.
Yes. Joining us for the first time, it is a local comic who spends his days in Otterville. Is it Tyler Shazam, right? Is it Shazam?
Shazma.
Howdy,
Tyler. How are you, man?
good. It's a Shazma.
Shazma.
Yeah,
I like Shazam. I don't know.
yeah. Shaq took that though, so
Oh.
Shazma's made up anyway.
Okay, so we got a made-up name, but you are literally from Otterville right now.
Actually, I'm from Burgessville, 2 towns north, but I'm living in Otterville now, next to the creek.
There are like 3 people listening right now who actually know what Otterville is. Never mind Burgessville, 2 towns north.
And you got to get that rural tobacco country, you know.
Picked a couple of plants on your way here, so that's good. We can roll that up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect. Tyler, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have a bit of fun on the radio with Friday at 420. It's a game we play. We have our wheel that we spin. It's the wheel of random topics. And what will happen is each comic gets a chance to spin the wheel. We reveal the random topic. They do not know what they are ahead of time. They are hermetically sealed in 12 Bell Media official envelopes, and because they're Bell Media, they must be official. We will reveal the topic. You get to start speaking on that topic, something you like or don't like about it, a story that it inspires, and then as soon as you start talking, the other comics can try and steal your airtime. So we all set?
Sounds good.
It
Sounds good.
Sounds good to Tyler. Well, good, Tyler, because you get to spin first, my friend. As the guest comic in the room, give that wheel a spin, brother.
Oh, let's spin the wheel here.
All right. Not too hard or...
Rookie mistake.
Yeah,
It's
rookie
10
What
minutes.
happened? What
We're
happened?
going to wait 5 minutes for it to slow down.
Yes.
There we go. We did it.
What number do you got there, Tyler?
Got a number 4.
Number 4. Topic number 4. All right. Let's see what your topic is to begin. Oh, this is an easy one. Best snack. What's your favorite snack? You're sitting at home, Tyler, in Otterville. You're adjusting the rabbit ears on the TV, trying to get something to come in. What's your favorite snack to sit back and eat?
Can you cook up a bowl of chili as a snack? I often do. You need about 5 to 6 hours, but
A little preparation in that snack.
yeah, two cans of corn makes it a summertime chili, you know. So
You got a different recipe for the winter?
yeah, 1 can of corn.
What? That is, you make your own chili?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
Homemade
Homemade?
all day. But you gotta have. I like to take all day to make a snack, you know, and then you appreciate it more.
Sure, yeah. What would you have eaten for dinner while the chili was cooking for the snack later?
Oh, then for dinner you just have, you know,
Dunkaroos?
some little bit of rice and beans, you know. You just
That's a little rice and beans.
You keep the dinner small and then have the big snack.
Have the big snack later. Everybody in this room fans of chili? I can't
chili.
imagine anyone not
I
a fan
love
of-
chili. I just had some last night. It was delicious.
We actually you've left some remnants of the chili in the room.
Yeah, chili's a fun snack because it's a game later with your friends, you know, when you're in an airtight room.
Yeah.
Right, Patrick?
Everybody gets a little taste of the chili.
Did you put corn in your chili? Is that what you said?
Yeah, two cans in the summer, 1 can in the winter.
But why when you eat corn? I need to know this. But why does it never dissolve in your inside of you? Why does it come out as corn?
It doesn't always.
I don't know. And I noticed I can see it's
Like a full cup.
He does have a good point. I mean, most of the time, corn will get through you without taking
Yeah.
any kind of a hit.
You have to chew it all.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
if you
not
don't
chewing
drink
enough?
9 of these energy drinks every day, it'll.
Okay,
your
I
body
was just
can
asking an
handle
honest question and ask you to hurt my feelings, Patrick.
Don't hurt Manolis's feelings. He's going to get all sad on us. To be honest with you, I don't know the reason the corn remains whole as it goes through your system, but I would say Tyler's onto something about the fact that you should chew your food.
Yeah. Do you ever find a whole baby carrot in your poop?
I do, but I don't put it in my body the same way you do.
Well, thanks for thanks for driving it off the road and into the ditch right away on this Friday at 4:20. We have got this off to a start. Oh my goodness! All right, Manolis, dare I say it? We have to ask you favorite snack.
Baby carrots.
Baby carrots.
Carrots.
I do two things. I'll say for Rice Krispie squares.
Oh, Rice Krispie Square. You're a big fan of that.
Well, mostly because all my neighbors would have them when I was a kid, but my parents would never make it because they thought it was like, what is this voodoo?
It's like the devil food.
Yeah, it's not Greek food. This is not good for you. It's like, no, but it's so delicious.
Yes.
And but yeah, I love it. I like now I'm as an adult, you realize like, oh, I can do whatever I want. So now I'll buy them wherever I see. If I see rice, I'm like, oh, like this. I'm like, I feel like, oh,
Have
I'm
you ever
allowed.
made them?
No, I buy them.
Tyler
but-
spends all day making his snack.
Can you
You've
put
never
corn-
made your own snack?
No, can you put corn in them?
Yes.
2 cans in the summer. They're pretty easy to make.
What is it? How do you make
Well,
them?
just you melt some
Marshmallows.
marshmallow and you dump in some Rice Krispies.
All right. You got me. I'll do it.
He's just gonna have dry marshmallows and Rice Krispies in a container.
And,
doesn't taste the
my
same.
second favorite snack, or maybe my first, but is mushrooms.
Like real mushrooms?
Like mushroom
Edible
mushrooms.
not magic mushrooms?
Magic mushrooms.
Oh, those aren't
Not a
snacks.
snack.
Mushroom mushroom.
It's not a snack.
That's not a snack.
Well, then I'll go with the
I understand how
first.
you'd get confused because it is a food group. But it's not a. I don't think that counts. Does that count, Patrick? I'll look to you. Does that
no.
count as a snack?
I don't think so.
I don't think
He's
so.
trying to justify his drug problem.
Well, I don't feel like having after I'm done. I don't feel like eating at all after that for like several hours.
That's right.
Or I won't. And also, for some reason, I can't handle the internet when after that snack.
For some reason, that snack.
I can I swear to God, when I'm like after that,
yeah.
I'm just like I put my phone. I'm ready to throw my phone in the lake. I'm like, no way. I just want to hug a tree and cry.
Are we still talking about Rice Krispie Squares?
Yes.
Excellent. With mushrooms.
Yeah.
Patrick Capolino, follow that up.
I'm a charcuterie guy.
Oh, the charcuterie board.
I like cheese, all kinds
Yeah.
of cheese, deli meats, cured meats,
That's nice.
prosciutto, salami.
I was recently golfing in a golf tournament, and I was paired up with the guy who was the auctioneer doing the auction later that night because I was emceeing the golf tournament. And so we're about halfway through the game, and suddenly the dude pulls out a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
He pulls out the board. He's got kielbasa. He's got cheeses. He's got cracker. That was the best snack I ever had on a golf course. It was fantastic. I go, that's thinking.
But that's-
that guy was planning, Tyler.
It's like a game board with food.
It is, and it's delicious. I'm with you, Patrick. I think the charcuterie is a very good choice. Manolis, you want to give that wheel a spin, brother?
Oh, sure.
We got through best snack.
Okay, here we go. See a nice gentle spin. Gentle.
Yeah, he's teaching Tyler how to work the wheel.
In my brain. Number 2, man.
Number two. Here we go. Number 2. Topic number 2 on this Friday at 4:20 with Patrick Capolino, Manolis Antanos, and our guest comic Tyler Shazam. Muskoka Chairs.
Muskoka Chairs.
Yeah. Any thoughts on Muskoka Chairs? I mean, it's a very summertime thing, right? Sitting in a
one.
Muskoka chair.
I was sitting in a
kicking back.
chair that was in a. So these are they from Muskoka? These chairs? Is that why they're called
No, it's
Muskoka
a-
chairs?
Kind of chair.
Oh, it's a kind of chair.
It's kind of, the ones with the big arms on them. and you
Okay,
sit-
I love that you looked at me
It's
like,
like made
you
out of
just
wood.
like, oh my God, you're serious. Because I was serious.
I suppose they originally came from Muskoka.
Right?
That's where we created
All
them.
chairs came from there. I
Well,
heard.
there's Kawartha chairs as well, but that's a whole other thing. So Muskoka chairs, and you once sat on a chair that wasn't a Muskoka chair, but you have a story to tell.
Yeah, I sat at a chair. And the sad part of the story is this is when you never do something and you realize it's happened before. And you're like, but you forgot about that memory.
Okay.
So I was sitting in this chair, and I was like, I woke up. I like to wake up and go right into the sun for energy. And I was because it's morning still for me. I stretched my body as much as I could, and I guess this chair was just a little older than I thought it was. It was a plastic chair, and the back end is snapped off of it. Just happened like a week and a half ago, and I fell right backwards through the chair. So the plastic of the chair was still like pointing in. That was
jagged
left
and sharp.
Yeah, and it scratched the side of my side of my body on both sides.
My
what is that called?
He was looking for a
This
specific
whole
part.
thing.
this thing my soul is in.
Yeah.
Yes, this vessel
So
that I carry around with me.
So I got these 2 giant scratches on the side of my body, and like killed, and I'm on the ground, and I feel like crying, and I realize, and now they're just healed now, but I remember this happened like 10 years ago before the same thing. I'm like, how's this happen? I had this moment like, how does this happen twice? And I had another moment where I was like, I'm so glad that I'm not in a relationship, because no girl's gonna believe that I got this from a chair.
Oh, she's for sure going to think you're having an affair.
Yeah.
With someone with really long nails.
Exactly. That scratched both sides of my body on the same spot.
Yeah. And then the shrooms were off, and he realized he was just in bed the whole time.
What is the, did you ever think, because this has happened to you twice, that maybe you're carrying a bit too much weight?
Couple extra pounds.
Well, I was thinking that. I was thinking maybe next time I should get my chairs from Muskoka.
Muskoka Chairs. Excellent. Yes, a well-built Muskoka chair would never give out on you.
Exactly.
Tyler, out there in Otterville, you guys must live in Muskoka chairs.
Yeah, but they're actually just called tobacco slat chairs. You know, you can make. I think it's an Adirondack chair. Is that the same type of chair?
Very similar to a Muskoka chair, just a different
Did
name.
Muskoka
It's
just
made in the
hijack the name?
Adirondacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You make them out of the tobacco slats?
You can make them out of tobacco slats. You can make them out of hockey sticks. You can make them out of pine, cedar, anything really, I think.
Out there in Otterville, they got all the answers.
But yeah, really secure them together so they don't scratch your sides up.
Sides. That was the word I was looking for. Sides.
Sides of your body.
That's
Yes.
the word you were looking for?
I don't know. I
That
can't
one
remember.
really should be front and center. That one should have popped immediately.
I know.
Sides.
Too many Rice Krispie squares.
Too many Rice Krispie squares. What the tobacco wood? Is that like when you say tobacco slats? You mean like the wood they use from the kilns and?
Yeah, because nobody uses the old style kilns anymore. So there's all this tobacco wood lying around that you can make chairs out of, I suppose.
You can also have a big bonfire with it.
Yeah.
That stuff burns beauty.
Or you can start hanging up kilns of tobacco again and get people smoking cigarettes again.
That's the dream in Otterville.
You're like the Dukes of Hazzard if they had like kids.
The two boys?
Yeah, if
Yeah,
if they had, somehow they had a
the two
kid together.
brothers?
2 brothers had a kid, it would have been you.
Oh, it's maybe with Daisy Duke.
Don't start with her. I
the
love
cutoff
her.
shorts.
Oh, my God.
I've got a pair of those shorts.
Oh, but that's not helping us.
I think we're gonna have a kid.
Patrick, help me out here. These guys are. I shouldn't have put them on the same mic together. This is really. Any stories about sitting around a campfire?
No, but I've built a Muskoka chair.
Whoa! You've been holding out.
It's the only thing I've built my
As
entire
these two
life.
sort of hammered away at this topic for no reason, and you have built
I
a
made
Muskoka
one.
chair.
I know all the
Save us,
pieces.
what, did you buy some plans or something? Or?
No, I would never do it just for fun. It was a school woodworking class.
Oh, woodworking in high school.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's again, I've mentioned before I'm not handy.
No.
So it's the only thing I've ever made, and I was proud of it. By the end, it looked really nice.
Did it hold up?
Well, I didn't keep it. That's
Oh.
I had nowhere to put it, and I think my dad just didn't want to bring it home, so I just left it at school.
So we just left your project behind.
Yeah,
That's
but I was proud of it.
That's good.
I think my teacher destroyed it. It was that Mr. Valentin, the teacher that hates me.
Oh, I love this teacher. He has the best story about this teacher, and I cry every time he tells me.
the woodworking teacher?
He was my woodwork. He was my communications teacher in grade 10, and he liked me then because I was like a video nerd, and that's what that class was. And we got along, and I was good at it. And then I made some new friends that year, but for grade 11, and
Patrick turned into a jerk.
and then I was a jerk all of a sudden. And then but then he was my woodworking teacher, and we just drove him nuts. Like,
Right.
have you ever seen Superbad?
Yes.
You know the kid that draws genitalia on everything?
Yes.
And I'll use the word genitalia because this is the word my teacher used all the time. So me and my friends was that kid. Like, we drew it everywhere in this guy's classroom. But because it was woodworking, all the desks were like handmade wooden desks too. So we'd draw them on there all the time. They'd be on the chalkboard. He would freak out every time. And he kind of knew it was us, but he never caught us, so he could never fully say it. So one time he was telling us to all go to work, and we were playing this game. We had this huge, like, it filled the entire desk. It was one of those desks that seat like 8 students, right? And we drew a huge one on it. And then we were playing a game where you spin a quarter and you got to stop it or whatever. We were just doing that purposely because he was waiting for us to get up and start going to our workstations, and but we wanted him to see it.
To see your work.
Yeah, so he comes over. He's like, "Get to work." We notices it. He's like, "Who did this?" And we're like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Who drew that?" We're like, "We don't. What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Are you telling me there's 8 of you sitting around a 4-foot genitalia, and not one of you knows who did it?" Freaking out, and then he gets super mad, sends us all to work. The whole time we're working, he's like, just like sawing the whole desk. He had to saw the desk every day. But we did no. Sorry, he was sanding it.
Oh, sanding.
See, I'm not a handyman. Sawing, sanding,
yes, whatever.
Very different things.
Started with us.
He was sanding the desk.
You're channeling Manolis now.
Yeah,
It happens from hanging out with him too much. But so he eventually
he had to do
polished
that a lot.
the genitalia out of the desk.
Often, like there was no desk left by the end of the year.
Just had to keep chewing it down. It is. See, that's the kind of teacher that you.
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't like you because you weren't handy.
Yeah.
Or you were too
There's
handy.
a lot more, but it's too long.
I had a machine shop teacher. A student had fake guidance appointment sheets. So every day he'd leave. It's like, I have a guidance appointment, sir. It's like, okay. But he'd go to cafeteria and just come back with a bunch of cheeseburgers. And then the teacher says, if you're gonna bring back food, you gotta bring enough for the whole class. And I go, sir, did I hear you right? As long as I bring enough for everybody, I can bring stuff. He's like, yep. Next day I woke up and made popcorn for 4 hours. I'm not kidding you. Because I had a popcorn. I brought a garbage bag full of popcorn, and this one guy, and so he let us. We all ate popcorn with no bowls. Just popcorn all over the desks, all over the floor. And this one guy, I never forgot this. His name, I even remember the guy's name, Dave Barkley. I don't know where he is now, but he was sat in front of me. He turned around, looked at me, and he goes, "I can't believe you." And that's all he said to me.
Popcorn for the whole class.
Yeah, man.
See, that would have been great. I would have loved to have been in that class.
It was a good day. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. The 4 hours making popcorn, though, I don't know about that. That's commitment, man. Tyler, are we back to you or?
No, I think we're done.
we used to make genitalia all the time in shop. Like metal shop class, especially because you could just weld giant genitalia everywhere.
A little more harder to sand, though. That's all.
That's a little harder to sand.
Yeah,
you could polish it, but
that's just a shop class thing. I think genitalia.
Did all your shop teachers and machine shop teachers and stuff all have all their fingers?
No, I had one missing a thumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine was missing 2 fingers.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, well, if you live in a shop class long enough, you're going to lose a digit.
Yeah, this will happen to you.
It's going to happen.
Just because you're stressed out because everyone's drawing.
Everyone's drawing genitalia.
Quit drawing genitalia on the bandsaw.
So I guess from this we've learned that if your child is sent home from school for drawing genitalia in shop class, he's got a future as a stand-up comic. This is really where we're heading with this. You're listening to Friday at 4:20. I'm Mike Neighbors, the ambassador of funny. Our guests are all lined up for another go-round. Patrick Coppolino, Manolis Antonos, and our special guest, Tyler
Shazma.
I keep wanting to say Shazam, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's spelled just like Shazam. Just the M and the A are switched around at the tail end there.
That's a lot. You confused Manolis.
I'm done.
That's now Manolis is done. And we're done for this first segment. We're going to come right back with a chance for you to tune in as we spill out some more random topics. But first, we want to take a quick break. Tell you where you can see some of these guys performing live, and we'd love to encourage you to get out and support live comedy in the Hamilton area. We'll be back right after this on Friday at 4:20 on your second favorite radio station, Funny 820.
It's a good snack.
Oh, it's disgusting.
That's why I make them in the pills.
Yeah, the pills are not snacks.
Pills are not snacks. Look at all these snacks I have.
Do you call the medicine cabinet the snack drawer at home? Is that what Hey, welcome back to Friday at 4:20. Every Friday afternoon, we gather at 4:20 to have a little fun with some great local comics. Patrick Coppolino, Manolo Santonis, always in the house. And our guest is Tyler Shazma.
Shazma?
Shazma. Shazma?
Shazma.
Shazma. We're going to get it right before the end of the show, Tyler. I promise, buddy. All right. All I know is you live in Otterville, so I'm not even sure if you can hear the show in Otterville.
I think you can.
You can? Okay,
Yeah.
Excellent. That's good. So your mom and dad will be tuned in.
They just got internet.
No, they won't.
No, they won't. No. We don't want to hear you on the radio, Tyler. All right, we're going to spin the wheel. It's Patrick Coppolino's turn to find us a random topic to boot around here on Friday at 4:20.
Ooh.
What number, Mr.
4,
Coppolino?
but we already got that one.
We already did number 4. That was the wonderful Muskoka Chairs.
9.
9 is our random topic here. Let's see what we've got in envelope number 9. Worst personal hygiene issue.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, man.
Everybody has one. I mean, we're just got to be honest. We're just going to be a little open here and share with our audience.
Yeah.
Worst personal hygiene issue.
Mine,
Coppolino.
It's not an issue anymore because I've learned how to deal with it as an adult.
Okay, that's excellent.
But I was notorious for bad foot odor.
Oh!
Like my feet stunk to the point where like I could walk into a house with my shoes on and people would be like, whose feet are that?
Oh,
or
so
those?
you didn't even have to take them off.
Oh yeah, they were bad, but bad to the point where like it was a thing like with everybody, and I didn't know why. I had no explanation for it. I'm like, I don't know, but it's because like I went through this phase for like years, and this is kind of recently where I would like, because I lived in an apartment that had this old Victorian bathtub, but there was no shower head or anything, and like the ceiling was really low, so I couldn't have showers, and it was such a chore to have a bath. So I would literally have a bath like every like 4 or 5 days.
Oh, so a lot of time.
I'm an
built up in
adult
between.
too, and I wouldn't do laundry, so I'd wear the same socks. I'd wear the same socks for like a week. I would bathe and then put the same socks back on.
Oh,
they're like hard.
Sadly, you're not the only guy who does stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so
I
it
know,
was
but
like-
it caught up to you.
Yeah. Oh god, it was so bad. To the point where like Manola started saying that the government should use it as
As
torture tactics
yeah.
for terrorists.
I'm trying to get information out of like a terrorist, and like as last resort, you just bring in Patrick's feet and like just put him near the face.
I'll tell you everything.
I'll tell you everything. Please stop, dude.
Dude.
Like
But-
it's so bad.
But I will say now, I shower every day. I wear clean socks. I do my laundry. I'm a new man.
And now everything's gone away.
Yeah.
Do you have any old shoes that still have the remnants that you would...
No, I've burned them.
You burned them all? That's good. Because old shoes can sit, right? I mean,
yeah.
it just won't go away.
Yeah,
It's
well,
living.
that's what the problem became. It would be like once it's in my shoes, I could shower and put new socks on. If I'm in those shoes for like an hour,
It's back again.
And then I discovered the powder that you put in your shoes,
Oh,
and it
right.
actually works like a charm.
Okay.
So I always have one of
Well,
those.
shout out to Dr. Scholl's and his
Yeah,
foot
Dr.
powder.
Scholl's.
Fantastic. Worst personal hygiene issue,
For like me or for other people?
Manolis, for you.
For me,
Yeah, we're sharing here now. This is our little sharing.
like can I like can
you
it
have
be
the talking stick now.
Yes, I have one, but it's like it involves sex, but I don't know if it's is it gonna be too much?
You know what? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say we need to know what that is.
Okay.
Because
But
it's
gonna
not-
be
but it's not your
terrifically
issue.
embarrassing.
It's not my issue. I was like,
Oh,
but so
he's trying to
it's
figure
okay.
out how to word it.
I was like that. I had a relationship where like when I would have sex with this girl.
Right.
Is that too much to say? That's okay?
You're okay so far. I mean, we've all had
That
sex with girls.
When we did it, like, can I say doggy style?
Oh, okay. Probably not, but
Okay.
you did now.
But you did.
So
I would sometimes realize I could sense an odor,
Okay.
and I was like, "Oh,
This is not good.
this is not good, right?"
No.
So I didn't know how to tell her. So how do you tell something like that? So what I started doing is we'd start taking showers together,
Right.
and I took it upon myself to make sure that area was clean.
To bathe her.
But if
You
she
would
thought
mask it as like a little playful.
I was pretending I was being kinky,
Right.
but what I was doing, it was just kind of cleaning the
the
area. So
He looks pretty clever, man.
because I cared about her. I didn't know. I don't want to hurt her feelings.
And then he told her she gained a few pounds, and they broke up.
And then and she gained a few pounds, and then we.
You did a very good job of telling that story without
Okay, thank you.
causing any kind of difficulty for our radio audience, I think.
It worked. if you have the same issue out there,
Okay.
you can
What about you personally?
personally.
I mean, you personally have, sweat gland issues,
I'm trying.
problems with any kind of personal hygiene. You're a hairy fella. Does that come into play at all?
I have noticed like my armpits have smelled at times. Like I think like Sir Patrick maybe
At times. Yeah.
Well, maybe
Everybody's.
there's like situations where I haven't been able to get home for a couple days. You
Okay,
know?
sure, yeah, because
And
you've
I'll-
been in lockup or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
And then I've I'll scratch my head and then and I smell my armpit. I'm
Yeah.
like, you do like that.
That's really bad.
And then you realize I gotta bathe.
I need to bathe.
I gotta listen to my own rules. You know what I'm saying?
But that would just traditionally be, I mean, any of us go too long without bathing, Patrick. We would start to notice some issues, right?
I've had more problems with just Patrick's feet more than my own.
Yeah,
self.
it's true. He used to
So
hate
this
it.
particular topic, Manolis is just going to push on to others. Tyler,
Oh,
personal hygiene issue.
there's way too many.
Oh, wow. A font over here. We've cracked it open.
Yeah, well, I got like 2 weeks left to live, so it's tough to keep up with it all. I guess the biggest one is, you see my my teeth keep falling out.
Wow.
Cause,
That's a difficult one.
well, yeah, because when I was 16, I smashed my face off the concrete and messed up all my teeth real bad, right?
Right.
And it took a while to fix them, but also my body's not good at rebuilding things. So I worry about bad breath and stuff often because there's teeth that are just decaying and I can't keep up to it. So I'm constantly brushing my teeth every time I go to the washroom at home, and I try to keep gum and stuff on me all the time, but they're dropping real quick now. So I'm looking at dentures by 32 for sure.
Wow. Now, would that be because you had a traumatic incident when you smashed your teeth off the concrete?
Yeah.
And then, but in retrospect, your teeth just are not. You don't have really super healthy teeth.
No, and that kind of made a lot of them dead already on the inside.
Right.
Dead on the inside, like comedian.
Like me. Yeah.
You are representing Otterville very well, my friend.
I used to have bad breath too, and I realized I had to
Brush your teeth.
brush my teeth. Yeah.
Oh,
I remember my friends. I
like
had friends.
just in general.
Yeah, like
Okay.
years ago, my friends were like, "You gotta do something about that." I got that bad. It was like Patrick's feet. It was the '90s. It was a different time.
Yeah, I think when you just have a decaying body like mine, you got to keep on top of everything. You know, my feet, my pits, my teeth.
Tyler, we are drawing quite a picture for the folks at home as Tyler decays before our very eyes right here in the
I
studio.
will say though, I have this theory about a bad odor, especially for men, that attract women.
Oh, okay, the pheromones.
Because I've had the most luck with the ladies when I was not bathing regularly.
Oh, more luck than when you started bathing.
Yes.
That's not cool.
He bathes all the time.
Yeah, and I make sure I'm taken care of every day. So.
He doesn't need a woman.
And he winked at Tyler when he said that. All right. Tyler, I don't know if you can get your decaying body up there enough to spin the wheel. Just don't spin it quite as hard as you did the
You're
first time,
shaking.
my
Are
friend.
you okay?
I'm great.
He's great. He's great. He's just
Shaking's
got
good.
the shakes.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. We did number 2. Spin it again.
Oh, we did number
Give her
2.
another whirl. Yeah, we already did number 2. Sorry. All right.
Did we do 9?
Let's just,
Yeah, we did 9.
Oh,
8.
8.
Eight.
Oh, yeah, you moved it 1. There you go. All right, just get this wheel thing over with. All right, we have an actual wheel, but we're you still Manolis, don't play with the wheel.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I don't know what's
You
going
trying
on
to Jimmy
anymore.
the thing? He's trying to get a free spin. All right. This is a perfect one for somebody who lives in Otterville. Dog versus cat.
Dog.
Dog every day?
Dog every day.
Yeah? You don't have a use for cats? Don't you guys have like barn cats or something? Or
Yeah, and that's the use for them in the
Okay.
barn.
Okay, so they're not indoor. Do you have a dog?
I do have a dog. He's my best friend. You know?
What's your dog's name?
Boston the Boston. It's pretty self-explanatory. He's a Boston Terrier named Boston.
Boston, the Boston.
Yeah.
And how long have you had Boston?
About a year now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what do you do with Boston?
He's
Just hang out?
Just hang out. He's
Watch you decay?
He's a ball guy. Yeah, he can throw. I throw the ball. He brings it back. Just sit on the front porch.
Nice.
My best friend, right?
Nice. And you've never had a cat other than barn cats?
Just barn cats, mousers. Get out there and get the mice. That's right.
Well, that's a good use for...
Yeah, a cat's a tool, like a.
Right.
You know, it's like having a chainsaw.
Another piece of machery or something.
Yeah.
Oh, they mean like a tool, like you're a tool, man.
No.
like a tool that you'd use. A dog's man's best friend.
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
Manolis, dog versus cat?
I like cats.
You're a cat guy?
I'm a cat guy, believe it or not. I
Okay.
used to own a cat, but my first experience with a cat was I was maybe 6 or 7 years old, and I used to watch a lot of cartoons. Remember in the cartoons when the cat would have its tail through the hole in the fence and the dog on the other side of the fence? I think it was Bugs Bunny cartoons or whatever, but it'd pull the cat's tail and the cat would go right through the fence.
Right.
So I don't know why, but in my head,
no.
yeah.
Oh,
So-
SPCA people are going to be calling.
I was 6 and I saw a cat's tail through a fence and I was like in my backyard and it was stuck in my head, the cartoon. I'm like, oh, I snuck up behind the cat. I didn't think I'd get the tail and I grabbed it before it could get away. So then I started trying to pull it through the fence.
Sure you did.
And it was like a mesh fence. So every time I pulled it a little bit, the its front legs would go off the ground a bit and it'd go like this. So I'm like, why isn't this working like the cartoon? And I tried for like a couple minutes, maybe, which is an eternity for like what the situation
For a cat
was.
who doesn't know what's
What's
happening to it.
Why is this person,
Yes.
this child, trying to pull me through this fence? So for like 2 minutes, I'm like yanking. I got my feet against the cobblestones at the bottom of the fence. I'm like yanking as hard as I can. And then finally I just gave up. And the cat seemed okay. Like afterwards, it just kind of sauntered off, and I never tried that again.
Sauntered off. I'm pretty sure he didn't saunter off. I'm pretty sure there might have been some running involved.
Sauntered.
So that made you a cat person.
Yes.
Yes, I love cats. They make noise when you pull their tail. That's the problem with cartoons, right? You just go out there and you try and drop an anvil on the Wile E. Coyote.
If it's in front of me, it's real, man.
We're going to get that on a T-shirt for Manolis. If it's in front of me, it's real, man. Patrick Coppolino, dogs versus cats.
I like dogs better, but I wouldn't own either one as a pet.
You're not a pet guy?
No.
Is that your Italian heritage? I know Italians don't really have, a lot of times Italians don't have pets in the house.
Yeah, we have kids instead.
Lots
of them.
Kids. Lots of kids. So you just wouldn't have a pet? Your daughter
I don't
would
have
love
the patience.
a pet.
Oh yeah, well she has a cat at her mom's house.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine. The cat can stay there.
Cat can stay there.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just don't have the patience for a pet.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with people owning one. I just personally.
You know what they do? There is something great about arriving at the end of the day and having a dog and or a cat that you can.
I
you know.
like coming home to no one. I like being alone with my thoughts.
Well, I got to say, you know what? All the dogs in the world, since their smelling is about 150 times better than ours, are glad you didn't have a dog when you had the foot odor issue. The dog would have been like trying to take its own life. All right, what do you say? We've got time to spin the wheel one more time on this Friday at 4:20. Who's up? Who's up to bat? Tyler just went.
Manolis, I think.
Manolis
Okay.
Santano, spin that wheel.
Is number 6? Did we do 6?
We did not do 6. How about we do number 6?
I know 6. SIXX.
We already had a food topic, but that won't stop us from doing another food topic.
What is it, man?
Oh, Lord. Worst food. What's the worst thing you've ever eaten?
I was.
Don't say mushrooms again.
No, I was
Okay.
I was 12 or 13 years old. I was on the porch of my dad's house, and he said, "Hey, try this." And I'm like, I'm chewing it, and I was tasted funny, and I go, "What is this?" And my dad says, "Sheep's brain."
Oh.
And I literally spit it all out right as soon as he told me. I didn't even. Thank God he told me before I swallowed it. But that was the worst thing I ever ate.
Was it gross, or was it gross because you knew what it was?
It was gross because I knew what it was. But before that, I was like, "What? Something." I just remembered something's not right here.
Yeah.
And just something tasted weird.
Now, in all likelihood, a delicacy for some. Some people would like sheep's brains, right?
I haven't talked about this since it happened. Is that do people eat sheep's brain or just my dad?
I'm telling you right now, you will find people who eat everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't suppose that you would have been the only one ever to eat sheep's brains. But there is that whole trick that comes when you know what something is. That'll freak
then
you
it's
out a whole
gross.
different level, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as you knew it was a sheep's brain.
Right. And I was like, done, man. I don't want to eat. I don't think there's any sheep eating human brain, is there?
Well, that doesn't qualify.
Well,
Pretty sure there's no cows
would if
eating
it
us,
could.
but we eat them all the time,
I'm
brother.
sure.
yeah. Well, maybe we should stop eating cows then, right?
Oh, you
Right?
going
Think about
vegetarian
it.
on me?
I just decided right now.
Only mushrooms from now on.
Yes.
That's not a meat. It's just trying to make Patrick Coppolino, worst thing you ever had to eat.
I don't know. I love food, and I'll like try anything at least once. So I don't know.
Was there anything you tried though, and you kind of went, "Whoa, I thought this was going to be better"? Or
You know what? I hadn't eaten anchovies until like recently, like a few weeks ago.
Oh, you never had never?
No, never. I've
Oh,
never had
okay.
them. Or if I had, I didn't realize I did.
Right.
And they're not as bad as people make them sound.
They
but
sort of became the cliche, like horrible
Yeah.
thing on a pizza. There's some people love
yeah.
anchovies.
See, I had it on a pizza. I just thought it was way too overbearing. If anything.
Too salty.
Yeah,
and-
way too salty. That's the only thing that sticks out. Maybe because it was recent, but I like trying all different kinds of food. So I don't know.
I was at an event, just talking about overbearing taste. I was at an event where these people were sampling vodka. It was a locally made vodka or whatever, and they were serving it in the spiciest Caesar I'd ever had in my life. And so I sip the thing, sets my mouth on fire, and I go, "Dude, there's no way I can taste your vodka." I mean, I was like, my mouth is on fire. What the worst? It was like anchovies on a pizza. I mean, if you like anchovies, that's great. If you don't, that's all you will taste.
Yeah.
On the pizza. Tyler, out of Otterville, what's the worst thing you ever had to eat out there on the farm?
I'm like Patrick. Like, I like everything and try everything. Like, I used to eat cow tongue sandwiches with mustard
No,
for
you
lunch.
didn't.
Yeah, I like that stuff. But just yesterday,
Whoa, okay, we'll get back to yesterday. Because I got to take a moment here and explore cow tongue sandwich with mustard.
delicious.
At some point, I guess it's the mustard that makes it taste good.
Yeah, it's probably just the mustard, and then if you get used to that bike tire tread, then you're all right.
That's what, because it's tough. That's a tough cut.
Yeah, the tongue's tough, but like they would sell it in the corner store, so you just get it with your buddies to try to be the tough guy.
Does it look like a tongue when it's sitting on the bread?
Not like a
it doesn't
full
look
tongue.
like
It
an
looks like
actual,
a
like they
piece
just
of
cut the
tough
tongue
meat.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
You can
cut
buy
it.
Nations has a lot of strange meats there. They sell like tongues and stuff that
Oh,
look
yeah.
like tongues. And full.
Sheep brains, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I've
probably
tried
do, yeah.
fried brain before too, and I didn't think it was that bad, but it was like deep fried brains.
Well, my theory is you can deep fry anything and it'll taste good.
Yeah, I believe that. Did you know pickles used to be cucumbers? I found that out.
He
I
just
swear to
found
God,
that
he
out.
just learned that in the
On
last
a
2
previous
years.
episode of Friday at 420. That's where we discovered it.
Yes. No,
Yes.
did you know that though?
Well, yes, everybody listeing who listens every week learned that along with you about 3 weeks ago.
Okay, I didn't know I brought it up.
Yes. That made the show.
It's a real thing though.
Yes, pickles are cucumbers.
I don't know why that's not.
That's stuck
that
in your
should
head.
be that should be like on every pickle.
They should teach that in school.
It should just say I used to be a cucumber.
I used to be a cucumber. Tyler, let's get back to yesterday after the cow tongue sandwich.
Well, yeah, and yesterday I thought I would try something that I've hated since I was a kid. You know how they say your taste buds change when you get older?
Right.
So I thought, everybody loves this. I'll try it again. And that's a banana. And I still hate bananas. I don't
hate them?
Yeah, I don't like them at all. I
okay.
tried one yesterday just to bite, and I can't
dude.
do it. I've hated them since I was a kid. I still hate them
Tyler,
now.
you're killing me, man. So cow tongue sandwich, yay. Banana, nay.
No, not doing
That
it.
crazy. Who are the crazy people with the bananas?
Probably the shape.
I think it's the shape. I actually took a little piece off of it and bit it, and I still didn't like it.
So you still didn't like it. Well, at least you tried again, and that's the important thing when it comes to food. You should try again.
You should try.
Yes, although you're still not getting me to try your cow tongue. The cow tongue sandwich.
Cow tongue.
I'm not going there.
A little bit of mustard, little French's, just French's yellow mustard. That's it.
Tyler, you like to you play the stand-up comedy in the Hamilton area? You do some touring as well, or are you just bouncing around locally?
Yeah, bouncing around all locally around Hamilton. Always around.
Like to get
Wherever they'll have me, yeah.
Wherever they'll let you get up and do a few minutes. And
Absolutely.
do you talk about life in Otterville, or?
Yeah, I talk about small town life and growing up a bit and
Excellent.
this frail body of mine.
Right, and the decay that set in.
Yes.
I'm sorry that we took 40 more minutes of your life away from you just doing this
Okay.
show. I feel so bad. You really need to get out and do something important now.
I'm 18 going on 82, I think, so.
18 on 82.
Well, actually, I would be 81 in Manolis's world. So 18 looks like 81.
He's actually right.
I know, I'm right. Guys, it was a great pleasure to have you all in here for another Friday at 420. We got to wrap this one up. Tyler Shazma.
Shazma, yeah. Tyler Shazma.
He films and edits too. He's on Facebook.
Yeah, Ty Shazma on everything. Ty.
Ty Shazma on everything.
Yeah, that's where I am. Put it on your sandwiches.
There you go. Manolis Santanos and Patrick Coppolino. Thanks, guys, for another great round of Friday at 420. We'll see you guys, and hopefully all of our great listeners will tune in again next week for another Friday at 420, only on your second favorite radio station, Funny 820.